I recently left my 250K base salary job, and this is not a story time, but I wanted to kind of document my main reason as well as my main reason for why now. When it comes to my main reason, I think a lot about my life in phases. Like, there's a phase when you're a kid, and there's a phase when you're a student, and you can never go back to any phase. And this is my pre-family, pre-real responsibilities phase of my life. And what I realized I wanted to accomplish coming from an incredibly privileged position, in regards to already being in a job that pays really well, that pays my bills, more than my bills. And also, it was a job that happened to have a lot of status, came from a school with a lot of status. And the thing that I realized I wanted to try, if I could reach for anything in this next phase of my career, is to have full autonomy over my time, because I realized that's something I personally really value. I realized this through a crazy insomnia episode, actually, where the only way I could heal was going back to my hometown, and I just was able to do whatever I wanted at any hour of the day for a couple weeks. Meaning, I could read a book and then stop reading the book, and I could go for a walk, and I was like, wow, this is one way of living life that would be so awesome if I could achieve. And I realized that the only way to really do that in modern society is to own assets. I met a lot of wealthy people in my last job, and the people who were able to have full autonomy over their time, not just like really high autonomy, which people who are very senior often get, but people who are able to have full autonomy over their time, they were like high in meetings. They would just, pop in, do their thing. They owned assets, and I, who am not super wealthy, not a millionaire, whatever, just can't go like invest in real estate or whatever as my first set of assets. Given my skills and I'm young and I have energy, the only thing I can really do is build businesses, or it's like a very logical path for me to try and build businesses in pursuit of full autonomy over my time. And in terms of why now, I really came to appreciate that as a woman, I was running straight into having a lot of responsibility, and I want as much time to mess up and be bad, which you always are when you start something, as I possibly can. When you start content, not really good at it. When you start a business, probably not very good at it because you have no experience. And so the longer I waited, because of, unfortunately, the biological clock, the less time I had to mess up and figure stuff out, which is why I left as quickly as I could,